Zebra Rovers here with our post-match interview regarding the Zebra Alchemy game. And this was a horrid game for us, man. I think we got off to a bad start. Alchemy scored what has to be said was a very good goal. I don't know why my defence was so far up, but he did a bunch of passes. We lost the ball in midfield, and then he did a bunch of passes, very concise, very quick, and then a ball over the top. And in fact, to Suarez, who was just totally free in the box. And Suarez couldn't score, but Falcao was there to mop it up. And it was a bad start. Such is the confidence in my side, though, that we had a feeling we'll get chances as the game goes on. Plus, he was playing in a very cagey manner. So we knew that there'll be openings. You know, he was playing very slow. He was trying to think about everything, which is quite dangerous. And in hindsight, maybe I should have gegenpressed him, which I didn't. And one plus point on his play is that he played very wide, and I think at that point I had my tactics on hug the touchline, and it probably was best to sort of free up my wingers. Didn't do that, so we're at fault for that. And we were thinking about all this stuff during the game, and we kind of were very conservative and didn't trust our instincts. Also, he's since told me that he man-marked Neymar, which Neymar was totally out of the game in the second half. I think I did a ball in the first half to Neymar, who was totally free, and respect to United, he needed to do something about that. Man mark Neymar. And what I should have just done, when I should have twigged it, and I do, and I don't, I should have just changed my formation and it would have fucked him up, you know, because all his players would have been man-marking guys all over the pitch. And I didn't do it, and it was a big mistake. So anyway, roll on second half. We had a lot of very good chances. I think we had a good chance with Gustavo. We had a good chance with Costa. We had a good chance with Benzema. We missed a lot of good chances. I mean, the stats say 8 shots each, which doesn't really tell the truth. I think 4 of his shots were in 2 attacks. The first goal, he had 2 shots because my keeper saved the first shot, and the second goal he had 2 shots. So in those 2 attacks, half of his shots. We weren't finishing well. I think it's a mixture of. I think a draw could have been fair, and a win either side could have been fair. You know, it was one of those things. I think they played well in parts, and they made some decisions that helped them. We made some decisions that hindered us, or in fact didn't take certain decisions. And then on top of it, you know, he made some vital mistakes that I could see him making, and we didn't capitalise. For instance, he was kicking it with his goalkeeper out to his wings against 2 fullbacks, and I was winning those every time. And every time he was kicking with his goalkeeper, I was hoping it was going to go out to the wings, and he would do it. We didn't capitalise enough. We should have exploited that every time he did that and been ready for it. And then the speed of his play was very slow. And we should have just switched on gegenpress and really pressured him on the ball. And I don't think they would have been able to deal with it. But on the other side, you know, Falcao took his chance as well. You know, the guy had a brain tumour or something the week before, and then he's coming scoring goals against us, and we got to give it to them. I think it was a good win. I think tactically both teams made mistakes, and I think Alchemy made less mistakes than us, you know, and they rightfully got the win. We will come back stronger. We didn't actually play well in that game either, but I'm not going to talk about that because that's not really important. I think the tactical aspect of the game was more important, but we didn't play well. We can play a lot better. I'll be honest, and this is not a disrespect to United. The pattern of the game, or the way the opposition would play, that's a game I would win more often than not. But for some reason, we just weren't at the races. And we kind of got ourselves back there. This league, there is no 3 points going to be given to anyone. So, you know, you can't be leaving the pitch with anything on there. Having said that, I got Sweaty next. Very strong side. I've been watching a few of their games. That's another problem. I didn't watch any of United's games, and usually that's how I prepare, is to watch other people's games. So I should have maybe watched a bit more just to see. But then again, I think this was a different United to the one that played City, just in how they set up rather than how they played. So maybe I might not have been able to prepare for that. But I've got Sweaty next. Strong side. They have a definite way of playing. They absolutely rooted Genesis. You know, they switch on that gegenpress, and they usually have one other tactic on, which I'm not sure what it is, but the gegenpress is very obvious. I watched them against City, which exposed a lot of weaknesses in their side, but they've got a lot of very dangerous strengths. Crossing it in for Mandzukic, we're going to have to worry about. They've got Pjanic in there, who's very, very dangerous, and but we'll be looking to exploit the weaknesses, the obvious weaknesses they have, and trying to be very patient in defence to make sure that and diligent to make sure they don't get through. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.